Welcome back to Welsh Miniature Board Gamer, and this is my monthly review of what I got painted. So this is for February 2025. So if you've watched any of my previous videos this month, you would have seen that I painted up a bunch of these Frostgrave demons, which are actually quite decent kits. I really quite enjoyed painting them. I did this sort of red metallic paint scheme on the armour, which I think is going to tie in, like, if I do them as like a battalion for something. Not that I play those type of games, but, you know, just in case I do, etc. And I think it worked out quite well. I like the, I like putting the, what they call it, speed paint over metallic. It gives it nice colours, nice sheens, you know, etc. And I think it worked well for these, and it was quick, you know. So that's kind of what I wanted to do, is do something quick and, you know, get them done and not ready for the table, just in case I need any demons, etc. I like the way they come in like two kinds, like kind of this Beastman style and this more sort of you know, devilish look about them. It's really good. They're very heavily armored miniatures, so, you know, they're not like scantily clad Slanesh demons. So yeah, with this guy I tried to do a bit more of a traditional sort of red armour, using, you know, opaque paints instead of speed paints, etc. I think it worked. I think, you know, this guy definitely looks like he's had a bit more effort put into him. Whether it looks better or not is, I don't know. I don't know if I rather the quick and dirty speed paint over metallic like this guy, or that sort of red. Like I said, you can see there's more time put into the opaque paint, but I think I kind of rather the quick and dirty paint job for this particular you know, outcome, etc. So then we get to the kit bashing, and again, you would have seen these in a video that I released previously, the demon kit bashing video. And I think these arms from the Reaper Mantic kit really kind of look cool on these demons. You know, they got a very sort of, I don't know, elongated, stretching, you know, sort of almost alien or xenomorph like proportions, and I really like that. So I did like the red armor that I did on the previous one, and the gold armor on, you know, the other one. And I think I rathered the gold armor, actually. It sort of jumped off the skin a lot better because of all the red, etc. Then I also tried like a silver, just to see, you know, which one I actually did rather. And I'm not sure. I kind of like both of them, the gold and the silver, and I'm not really sure which one I would rather do. But, you know, there's enough creatures in my armies that it doesn't matter if I sort of swap gold and silver and what have you, because I don't think demons basically would wear the same armor anyway. You know, I think they're much more chaotic than that in whatever world that I would present to people. And if they're fighting any amount of demons, they're probably only fighting one, so you know, I can pick and choose which one they decide to fight. So then another conversion was with the Wargames Atlantic Conquistadors, and with this heavy armour, I think it suited it really well. I did pick the wrong miniature slightly because the body has got barefoot, so he's walking around barefooted. But, you know, some people do that, so yeah. He's got my traditional sort of yellow and red for my Ghost Archipelago miniatures, and I think it worked really well. I really quite like him. He's one of the better conversions that I've done with this kit. Saying that, I also like this guy, who I think is Frostgrave Barbarian's head, and Oathmark Dwarf arms. I can't remember if it's normal infantry or light infantry. I think this is the normal infantry arms. So dwarf infantry arms, light infantry arms. There you go. Just try that. They got the weird naming for their kits for Oathmark, so I'm not 100% sure sometimes if they're heavy, light, or normal infantry. And then we made this sort of skeletal knight with the body, etc. It works, apart from the body and legs are still rather meaty looking for a skeleton. But no, the colour schemes worked really well. A lot of rust on him, a lot of earthy tones, etc. And yeah, I really kind of like that conversion as well. And I think he'll work quite well as an armoured skeleton. So this was from the Rangers 4, I think. Yeah, probably. Rangers 4. So getting through these Rangers kits now, blister packs. Now, I haven't gone back and picked out the boots yet to sort of dull them down a bit. They're way too shiny and way too bright. I have to muddy them up somewhat. And he's standing on this rock, which, yeah, I haven't really painted. But, yeah, the cloak's really nice, and I kind of think that's kind of the focus of this miniature is the cloak. So yeah, anything else is kind of it doesn't matter so much because the cloak's nice, and that's kind of my Ranger cloak scheme colours. So then the other miniature that came in that pack was this Ranger, which is like more of a magician one, and of course because she's using fire, she has to be wearing a red top of some sort, and the brown tones are kind of that reddish brown tone as well, so you know, so all sort of ties into this fiery theme, etc. So she's holding a fireball, therefore she must be wearing warm coloured clothing, etc. But I really like that miniature. That miniature is really nice. So this guy was a 3D print, and you haven't seen this guy yet. I just spotted that I haven't actually hit all the paint under him, so I'm going to have to go back and cover that. But yeah, this is a 3D print. I don't know where from. My brother just gave me him. It's going to be on a little like diorama I'm doing for him. He's got very sort of Labyrinth, Jim Henson's Labyrinth a bit about him. You know, it looks like he's going to take his head off and start juggling it. If you get that reference there, yeah, you're a fan too. But yeah, I figure, you know, I'm going to make this sort of cool little diorama for my brother using that miniature and another one that I've got, which I've just about started painting. Again, this miniature was a 3D print. Don't ask me where from. A friend of mine gave me years and years ago, and I finally sort of stumbled across it and decided I better paint it up. I'm not really sure what game it was meant before, or if it was for any particular game. It was a 3D print, so probably not. It probably went with anything. I think maybe you could go in Dead Zone for those enforcer dogs that they've got in it, you know, those robot ones with the guns and what have you. Kind of nice, yeah. It wasn't a bad print, actually. It was pretty decent. Then we have some post-apocalyptic knights. They are, yeah, again 3D printed. Not 100% sure where they come from exactly, because someone again gave it to me. I think my brother might have printed them up for me. But yeah, really cool little miniatures. For a person who doesn't really play a lot of modern games, I think, you know, they're going to work well for this is not a test, etc. You know, for the reclaimers and what have you. So, you know, they look really cool, and for size wise they are a little bit taller than humans. I didn't want them being super tall, you know, super tall next to a human, and they don't look super tall. They're just about right. I didn't want that shiny metal armor either. I think that looks a bit weird on the tabletop, so I did them this grey to dull them down and put them on the, you know, to blend in with the other stuff. So again, no idea where these came from. They're all 3D prints. Giant rat. I really like this giant rat, and it is a giant rat, really big. For Rangers of Shadow Deep, I could see why someone would be rather terrified of this giant creature that would be coming at you. Yeah, he's like bigger than a dog. It's a massive rat, and yeah, really like the sculpts. The paint job was, yeah, pretty good. I'll give myself like a 6 out of 10. So yeah, I kind of like that. And then there was this other one, and he's sort of rearing up, so I put one of the posts that was from the that Mantic Reaper whatever kit. So yeah, so he looks like he's standing sort of rearing up on this pillar, which, yeah, I think it suited him. I do like the way the colours came out, it was a very gradual build-up. You may not be able to see that very well, but yeah, it was a very gradual build-up. But here's what I mean by how big they are. They are giant rats. These are giant rats. So yeah, they look really good though. And though this guy is a giant rat, there was one more in the back, and he is the mama rat, or she is the mama rat. Sort of a weird rat, I would say. So I've started doing the base coats for her to kind of pick her up and what have you. But yeah, I really think I painted 20 miniatures this month, so that's not so bad. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a channel update towards the end of this video, so stick around. So yeah, I've uploaded my schedule, going up actually the beginning of the next month, so yeah, in a couple of days, so you'll get to see what I'm going to be doing over the next month. So I think some people have been a bit worried that I've been doing a few battle reports and they kind of think, oh, the channel's going to be changing, etc. It's not. I'm keeping my Monday slots for like reviews, kit bashing, etc. And showing you off, miniatures, etc. So don't worry about that. That's not changing at all. It's just Fridays now are becoming sort of my battle report days and my days when I'm doing things which, aren't usual for my channel, but hopefully you'll get some enjoyment out of. I certainly get enjoyment out of it because this is my hobby and I like to show off my hobby on this channel. So yeah, because it's my passion, it's not just buying miniatures and showing you those. So that's why there's a bit more variation in my channel now, but the Mondays are always going to stay the same. They're always going to be me showing you, X box set, and the next week it'll be me kit bashing that box set, and the week after will be me showing you, some small little blister pack of miniatures, etc. So, that's not changing. Don't think it is. On the 7th of this month now coming, I will be putting up an announcement about some quite exciting news that's coming up. On the 14th, there may be something for you to look forward to, something that I'm looking forward to. I'm really quite excited about it, so yeah. So that's going to be it for this month. Hope you're all doing well and hope everything is good with you. So until next time, it's going to be goodbye from me, Welsh Miniature Board Gamer.